Hey, what's up, bro? So, like I said, I do have respect for your opinion. Obviously, I think you're wrong, but I think you're articulate and you are on point in terms of what you perceive. You're able to express that well, and it's also what a lot of other people perceive. But you're still wrong. It's possible for a lot of people to be wrong all at once, and people do it all the time. So that's just what I'm here to share with you. I'm out here checking out another beach. Living my life out here. So let me see if I can tackle some of these points. The first one, first of all, a lot of what you're saying, man, it seems like you're actually, like it or not, you're coming to my side of the argument. I can tell in your heart you're feeling conflicted about the places that you're into. You're looking at your life and seeing that you might have been in and out of jail or in and out of trouble so much. Maybe some of the things I'm saying, it starts to make a little sense. I'm sure other people maybe have said it too. Maybe not a whole lot, but... So first of all, when I'm talking about the culture, I never said everybody needs to physically get out of America, go to Mexico, or go to Thailand and start a new life. I'm not even saying that's what I'm doing. Okay. So, what am I saying? I'm saying what I'm saying, but people can't always hear it in the format that I use. So I'm just gonna try to speak to people and see if this helps. So it's just all it is really simple. It's just a change of heart that comes through faith and prayer. It's about as simple as it can get. It's a choice. You got to have one part as a choice. The other part is you got to believe in that choice and that change. And you got to make that change deep within you. Make it an honest change of direction. And you'll get that feeling inside if you really make a true change, a true seeking of that change. And it will change you. And however that manifests, that can be in so many different ways. It's just silly to think that I'm saying, oh, you have to go to Thailand. Oh, you have to leave the city. Oh, you have to leave the state. Yes, I've said a few times that works for me. But I don't think I've ever said this is what everybody has to do. No. Okay, so we'll keep going from there. Temptation. You also talk about temptation. Hey, you got to deal with a lot of it. Everybody has to out there. You can't expect people to just change when you got all this temptation. But I'm gonna tell you what. I could go back there right now, and there is a 0.0% chance that I would get into any of that stuff. Even so much as going to the club, it just would not happen. Simply would not happen. It's been 8 years, people? It's been 8 years, and through that time I've been praying the whole time, praying about getting my life, praying about getting my desires so far away from that which destroys me, right? So far away from drug abuse, which is just like typical kind of American youth culture now. And that includes alcohol abuse, going to the club and getting wasted. That's still drug abuse, but you can call it what you want to call it, you can look at it any way you want to look at it, but the best way to look at it is that I do want what's best for you and other people. And yeah, I do have a bit of higher understanding. I'm not saying I'm a higher quote-unquote person. I just have a better understanding of the situation. So anyway, let me make that final point. The final point about just drugs in general. Like I said, I want what's best for people. You know, when it comes to drugs, guys, I actually have a higher knowledge than you do. All you guys, not just you, Kyle. You could call it a higher knowledge, you could call it a lower knowledge. But I've got a greater understanding of that. This is just something that is in my mind, and I know you can't appreciate it from the outside, but I'm just telling you. I wouldn't be saying this stuff if I didn't know what I was talking about. I wouldn't waste my time. I don't want to make a fool of myself, but I know what I'm saying. Okay? So, yeah, I've seen things, been to places that other people haven't been to. But guess what? If it could happen to me, yeah, it could happen to you. Don't you think for a second that you are so special, that you can never fall victim of drug abuse. Don't think you can just keep going and do whatever you want to do. You can't. You got to keep it under control. You have to. I'm telling you. But all this stuff, even the stuff you think is harmless, brother, it ain't harmless. Not even in the slightest. These things carry risks to them that sobriety simply does not. Risks that really go beyond the physical. Okay? Well beyond the physical, into realms that you don't understand. But go on, it's up to you. You've been warned. So I gave you your warning, man. And you can't talk about anger and bitterness. There might be anger and bitterness there, but look what's being expressed. If you actually followed all my advice, would it lead you to bitterness and despair and death and violence and foolishness? You followed all that advice, regardless of my emotional tone. You follow all that advice. You follow all that advice, you're going to be in good shape and have a good life. So everybody stay up, keep believing. If you don't believe yet, start believing, start praying, start seeking a change in your own heart. Don't just look at your old morality and say, hey, I lived up to all my morality. Yeah, so did I. But guess what? Then I changed my morality to what it needed to be. Okay? So everybody can do that. And if we all do that, we'll be in a lot better shape. The longer we take to do that, the more trouble we're going to have. Now, I'm not the one giving you that trouble. I'm just telling you the message. So don't hate the messenger. All right. God bless. Stay up. It ain't all roses and sunshine, but it's a whole lot of love, isn't it? All right, take care.